actually not a new week. This is the day after the previous video. It's Wednesday of week 5. I was just lying in bed because I wasn't feeling too great, but there's still work to be done, and I just thought I'd come on here and start the video and say hi and all the things. But what I actually wanted to speak about was just the reality of doing what God is calling you to do. Obedience is important, and I think recently God has really been speaking to me about being obedient in a timely manner. Like, I don't think my issue is necessarily obedience, but like I have to psych myself up a lot, and I think God is like, hello, I need you to trust me, to obey me straight away. I mentioned in the last video that I was going to tell you guys a bit about what I have been working on, well, have started working on, which has really been almost a year in the making, genuinely like 8 months in the making. And essentially, I have been given this new burden from Jesus for his people. I think as Christians and non-Christians alike, right now it's feeling very much for Christians. Just, you know, the need for people to be in their word, the need for people to be able to defend what they believe in accordance with 1 Peter 3:15, like actually being disciples. Because I think the thought process of a disciple has informed a lot of my thinking recently. Just like, would a disciple do this, as opposed to, would I do this as a Christian? Because when you think about, would I do this as a Christian, and you look to other Christians' examples, you're more likely to not live in accordance with what the word says, purely because we're living in a time where living according to biblical principles is radical, and living a life that is a bit more wishy-washy is the standard. And that has been my personal grievance. Now, I have been trying to apply that grievance to my own life first, because I don't want to come and now tell people this and that, but I'm not living it. So the question has been, would a disciple do that? And so I'm finally being obedient to God and starting the initiative that he's told me to start with regards to those two things, called Work Witnesses, because it's very specific to my campus first, and then from there we'll see what God does anyway. But yeah, I'm shaking in my boots because there's going to be elements of it where I need to teach, and I'm like, do I have enough knowledge? Am I meant to be the one that will, you know? But I think every time I have that thought process, I delay. I always think, God, why me? Why not call somebody else that's clearly more knowledgeable? But if I don't do it, who will? You know? So we're coming to a time where, whether you like it or not, whether you've done the preparation or not, you're gonna have to stand for what you believe. When people come to you with questions, you're gonna have to stand for what you believe. And if you don't stand for what you believe, you will fall away. And that's just the really unfortunate reality of it. So again, I want to be the change I want to see. So I want it to start with me. I need it to start with me, which is also scary. Like, that means I need to be going out to evangelize and all of the things. And that for me is not, it's just not, like, I just, like, hitting the streets, I would really rather not. However, I've got to do what I've got to do. And so sometimes I'm like, oh God, I'm not really like, I'm not qualified enough to do this, but that just means it needs to be me. It needs to be me to do it.
I believe that, you know, God brings us into these kind of experiences so that we can know more about him. Suffering is a teacher. Suffering is a revealer. It shows us our posture with the Lord, our position with the Lord. And so in the times of suffering that we are in, we have to recognize or ask ourselves the question, well, how is God using this? What is God using this to show me? What is God using this to show me?
Yo, I'm back in my house. I've got more footage from rehearsal, but we were just flowing. But I really don't feel great. I don't enjoy feeling unwell because it doesn't happen often. It just feels like God is reiterating what he's been saying to me recently about just getting myself together. Just the need for me to get get it together, get myself together. Because, oh my goodness, it's cold now. It's cold. I need to get a real coat. I need to get myself together, guys. Maybe I'll document that as part of this. You know, because life, I'm living. Because life is for living. But tomorrow is an all-night service. And if I don't feel better by the time I rise, no, not going. I'm seeing what the Lord is saying in this. And it's just like, Campsy, why are we learning the same thing over and over again? I don't need to be coming to the state to learn the same lesson every time. Learn it the first time, Campsy, so we can move forward. But the Lord has just been saying that to me. Get your affairs in order, get your affairs in order, get your affairs in order. I see, Lord. Well, I see this aspect. That is a very all-encompassing word, but I understand and I see. So today's Halloween, and you know, they need to wrap this Halloween thing up, because I just feel like it's been Halloween for like 3 weeks, and I've been seeing people on campus, on the street, everywhere, every advert. Why has Halloween lasted so long? Get rid of that, bring in Christmas. The past week, I don't think any of the content from the past week makes any sense. And it's week 6 of term, which for most people is reading week, which is essentially like a uni half term. But my course doesn't do that. Even though I have 3 assignments that consist of reading, my course, no. So yeah, but I just thought I'd come and explain a bit about what this past week was for me. This past week, crikey, you know when you have those weeks where it's like God just does a lot. That's what this week was for me. There was an all night, like a night visual on Friday, So we were fasting for the week prior. Cool. Midway through the fast, I had to stop because I wasn't feeling great, and like the medicine that I needed to take required it to be with a meal. So I then just switched to social media like halfway through the week. And then like the day after, I got the flu. So I was I was feeling incredibly weak, and so I didn't go to uni on Thursday. I didn't go to uni on Thursday. The all night was like from Friday, and I had to be there from like 9 p.m. because I was on the worship team. I had to be there from 9 p.m. till we were there till 6:40. Which was honestly just like a lot on my body. And so I think like towards the latter part of the week, I was really, 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 really tired. Like my body was just like, bed or crash out. Like it was really bad. In spite of all that, God of course was speaking. And so I didn't really have much language for you guys because it was like God was telling me a lot of things in general, but also through what I was going through. And so everything you just saw was from August 21st birthday, which was last night. So went down to London for that. Literally came back same day because I have uni. A lot happened in this week 5, but I also just feel like God, message received. Do you know what I mean? Right now, the assignment is to get my affairs in order, and that's all areas of my life. Just get myself together a bit more, and like on a holistic level, which is something I've always wanted to do and always loved, and but it's just about, you know, actually doing it. So also guys, I like left all of my hoodies back home in London, so like this is the only hoodie I brought to uni, and I regret it so much because it's so cold. It's getting very cold. I need a coat. My coat is also in London. I need my hoodies. I can't just wear this one all the time. Like, it's like, Campsy, do you not have any other clothes? I'm like, I actually have so many hoodies. I just left them at home. I also feel like I don't have enough clothes. I think I wear the same clothes rotationally. I have like quite a few trousers, but because I'm on campus, like I'm having long campus days, I'm like, do I really want to wear jeans? No. Even though I actually have some, I have some blue jeans, I have some dark jeans, I think. I have some like white chino type, like really nice clothes that my mum bought for me. Thank you, mummy. Love you. But I actually just don't wear them enough. So if I was to give you an OOTD right now, you guys would be like, why do you look like that? I am sorry. I had a really honest conversation with God as well about influence and his will over mine, and like my desire coming into agreement with his. Because let me tell you something about Ogor, right? And I know she's gonna see this. Hey girl, it is your birthday today. I love you, and you're amazing, and I'm so thankful to God for your obedience, because we talk about this all the time, guys. Ogor is probably one of the most amazing spoken word artists I've ever had, and sometimes I feel like I'm not deep enough to understand the spoken word people, but Ogor, me and her, I'm right here with her. Something about hers, every time you go to a gathering of hers, like, and you meet her other friends, there's something about it that just quickens you in the spirit. Like, you just feel, wow, she knows some great people, and there are some great people doing great things, and just like, Lord, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I resurrender all. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. I feel very energized, as you can tell. And so I was just talking to God about that. I was like, God, like, genuinely, I don't want it to be, I want to do this and this for you so people can look at me. Like, I genuinely want my why to be you. But is desiring influence a bad thing? Is it a bad thing? I think it's weird, because I'll feel like this now, and then give me like 2 days. I don't want people to know me. I don't want people to perceive me. I don't want people to look away, leave me alone. So it's just interesting, but it's so funny because now, as I'm looking up, there are some books up there that I need to read. Let me get this book. This is a book that my mom gave me. Becoming a Woman of Influence. And I've never read it. She bought this, she bought this in the 26th of July, 2007. That's what I like about my mom. She like dates her books. And this is what I was doing in her book. So sorry, Mom. I know that was me because I was 2 years old when she bought this book. I actually apologize. But yeah, so funny. I'm gonna read this after I finish this. How to Tell the Truth. You guys know I'm reading this book. Super good. Very much the thing that kind of was the kick up the bum for me to start the evangelism thing that I'm doing on campus. And then I also need to read How to Ruthlessly Eliminate Hurry, something like that. I've actually forgotten what that book is called, but it's really good. I need to finish that as well. And I also need to get The Awe of God by John Bevere because we're reading that as a worship team. So at the end of the day, who needs social media when my TBR is stacked?
It shouldn't be really logical. So with definitions, the Oxford definition of faith is the complete trust or confidence in someone or something. A trust that's probably built on experience and reputation because something has been done before in your life.
So among C2, C1 and C2, the investor will choose C2 because C2 will offer a higher expectability. Similarly, we can do this for 3 and 4.
Hi guys. A big part of me is considering not putting this video out just because I don't know what this video has been, but I feel like the scattered nature of it does quite adequately reflect how this week has felt. This week has been interesting. I don't even know if this is the same vlog from the vlog where we had the all night, but week 5 and week 6 have been interesting. When I have periods of time where I'm learning about myself so much, I don't know how to show up in the middle of process. And I think funny enough, I don't have TikTok, but I got TikTok back today because last night was the elections and I wanted to see like reactions to Trump winning again and stuff and blah, blah, blah. So I got TikTok back and Angela did like a carousel post about showing up authentically. I don't have the words for it, but I don't know the line between authenticity and it's none of your business. However, I think there's something so profound and just like real about seeing someone go through their process. But I don't know if I need to be the one to show my process, you know what I mean? But so yes, guys, that is actually gonna be the end of this video because I don't even know what I'm uploading. I don't even know if I have anything real to up, like, I don't know, I actually just don't. However, death to perfectionism. And this is real life. I also want to bring back like my sitting down talking videos because I think when I was even thinking about coming back to this channel, there were like a lot of topics on my heart to talk about. But I'm just gonna go ahead and close this video out. I pray for everybody listening in the name of Jesus that he will continue to keep you as he does and he will show you himself. I pray that what you know of him will be real to you and it won't just be an intellectual version of him, but that your experience will be that you have tasted and seen that the Lord is good. Not just that you know it, right? I thank God for y'all and for the people that have been watching and stuff. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all
in the next one. See ya.